Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable all judges, honorable ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wirdanggrani Putri. I'm from class 4B, and today I will debating about this house would ban political campaigns through social media, and I'm from affirmative set. Campaigns through social media are more effective because they will quickly spread hoax news and make black campaigns easy. Social media is the media most often used to spread negative campaigns because in terms of their reach and massive use by all levels of society, social media is used as a negative campaigns tool that is widely used in the process of delivering a message to the audience. Meaning becomes a very important thing to understand the effect that results from a message. Robert Tuchard explains the socio-physiological tradition of discussing information processing and explains the whole complex system. Social media has only a significant effect on politicians who work around the clock, not an instant job once every 5 years. Those who intensely spread ideas and discuss in a particular field in depth all the time will get results during the election. Social media is not suitable for empty politicians, but only for those who have the ability to think and have dialectics. Social media is also not suitable for the selfish, but for those who have sensitivity and concerns for various problems faced by the community. Only politicians who have sympathy and empathy for the people's problem will reap public sympathy and empathy. The nature of campaigns on social media can be the opposites of campaigns in the real world. If the real world, the campaigns is so noisy, loud but without real evidence. On social media is the antithesis of the noise and noises, which is meaningful. Every sound has meaning, has its own proof. Social media, in its activities as a public vote gathering machine, of course, social media has a wide-ranging reach, but in the midst of the rising trends in the community, it turns out the campaigns through social media are each lacking to help people in remote areas in Indonesia, such as the interior of Kalimantan and mountainous communities that are still far from the reach of electronic communication. In the use of social networks, many unscrupulous individuals misuse information networks that are published to the public so that they appear black campaigns. The reason black campaigns involve the media as intermediaries to deliver messages that are truly outside of political ethics. Black campaigns are terminology. Black campaigns can be interpreted as campaigns is an evil way carried out to bring down political opponents with issue. Writings or images that are not in accordance with the fact in order to harm and bring down others. In the perspective perspective of political ethic, legally black campaigns are part of the campaigns that is prohibits in the acts as affirmed in Article 84 of Law Number 10 years 2008 concerning election of presidents and vice presidents. It is stated that the campaign's rule of prohibits which prohibits a number of campaigns as follows. The first, the campaigns must not question the preamble to the 1945 Constitution. The second, the campaigns must not be conducted that endangers the integrity of the Unitary Republic of Indonesia. The third, the campaigns must not be carried out by insulting someone, race, ethnic, religions, class of candidates, or other election participants. The fourth, instigating and pitting individuals or communities. The fifth, distributing public order. And next, threatening to commit violence or advocating the use of force on a person, group of community members, and or other election contestants. Damaging and or eliminating props for the election contest campaigns. Using government facilities, place of worship, and place of education. Bring or use picture marks and or other attributes other than the image marks and or attributes or of the relevant election contestants. And the last is promising or giving money or other materials to campaigns participants. The sophistication and ease of technology makes black campaigns also easier to do. As happened some time ago, a social media had praised a black campaigns that befuddled Jokowi candidates with the contents of a Jokowi photo that read RIP. Desages Insinyur Herbitus Joko Widodo or Hong Leong Oi Hong Leong. In the contents, also written college who also mourn such are as PDIP General Chair Megawati Soekarno Putri. This example is one part of a black campaigns or black campaigns that do not reflect political ethic by utilizing social networks so to spirit bad issues to bring down each other in political opponents. The black campaigns can be considered as abuse of the campaigns through social networks, so that we can conclude the campaigns through social media also has a negative impact on the spheres of negative political issue that bring down each other and not educate the public. So in practice, special arrangements must still be needed to regulate activities in campaigning through social media. The use of social media as a campaign tool in the 2019 election has had a negative effect. Observers of political communication Gun Herianto reasons that people who campaigns on social media had a character's genus. The term genus itself is taken from the name of the Roman god of belief, which has two faces. Social media always face genus on face to the future full of optimism. One face to the back is darkness. Social media can also be a propaganda tool that generates negative campaigns. what is possible is, for example, black propaganda, black campaigns, which are then based on rumors, can be used issues, gossip, can be intimidation, can be perception, all of which are actually excess of the abundance of communication that occurs. Social media is the media most often used for spreading negative campaigns because it's their reach and massive use by all levels of society. Social media has become a widely used negative campaigns tool in the process of delivering a message to the audience, meaning because a very important to understand the effect that results from a message. Robert T. Shears explained the socio-physiological tradition of discussing information and explains the whole complex system. Social media has only a significant effect on politicians who work around the clock. Social media, in this case, can be integrated into the overall campaigns planning strategy. Campaigns that only focus on social media and the internet may not be effective. Likewise, campaigns that ignore social media and are reluctant to building a social media presence will also stumble. The use of social media is not just a means to strengthen friendship but has already discussed political issue, government's policy, the behavior of public figures. Social media has become a party in every life of the community, including the political sphere, which can be used for means of communication, self-promotion, socialization, including the promotion of political parties to build the party image. The use of social media for politics will usually be seen when election will be held for political campaigns. The solution is that success is an election is not only influenced by the effectiveness of campaigns through social media, because direct interaction with the community is more necessary to keep a distance between the leader and the community and the readiness of the leader to directly solve problems that occur in the community. So that's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable all judges, Honorable ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wirdanggrani Putri. I'm from class 4B. Thank you for affirmative seats. So now I want to rebut from your opinions. In my opinions, campaigns through social media will be easier because the population of Indonesia use more social media, so that the vision, that mission of the candidates is more quickly conveyed to the public. The development of technology in communication influence human life both in the terms of economic, social, cultural, and also political. The political sphere is pretty much affected by communication technology itself. Communication is very important and necessary in politics and is one part of political activity itself. Political campaigns themselves also often use communication media in them. Online media, social networking, or social media as one of the products of communication technology are quite widely used in election campaigns. MC Luhan's concepts, which status the technology is the media, becomes the basic concept from the basis of the analysis of a political case. From MC Luhan's concepts, it nests into several theories which have links and can also become a knife of analysis in various cases in political field. Communication technology that is always developing causes influence on politicians' campaigns activities. There are now developed through new media and can be seen that there is technological determinism in society, because many people are so dependent on the function of technology that life is dominated by technology. As social beings, humans can never live alone, and this also justifies one of the acceptance of communication that we cannot not communicate. Ruben 2006. It is very true. The humans cannot communicate. This communication is both verbal and non-verbal communication. Communication itself is a process of delivering messages from the sender to the receiver via the media. Millions of people worldwide have joined together in various types of social media sets. Social media has very much influenced human life. Liu 2007, 2000, including in the political field, who are also affected by the existence of social media. In the political field itself, in which there is also political communication that makes people to be influenced to choose and candidate to get a power. Starting from the basic concept of MC Luhan that media is technology. MC Luhan 1964, and technology is the designs of human hands. Many benefits are provided by the use of technology, but often we are treated the technology is only a very sophisticated electronic device. According to MC Luhan's, all media for the means of conveying message from the sender to the receiver is a technology that becomes an extension of humans' hands. Here are some reasons why social media is needed in campaigns. The first, establish a personal connections to many people at the on time. Cory Booker, mayor of Newark, New Jersey, population to 280,000, has more than 1.1 million followers on Twitter. His figure is known to be obtuse in utilizing social networks. This mayor has successfully established personal connection with tens of thousands of people. Also, not all candidates are able to utilize social media widely. Booker's success story illustrates one of Twitter and Facebookers most powerful features, namely quick access to several targets as well as campaigns media. People want to be heard. while social media gives them space to voice their opinions directly to those they are aiming for candidates. The public also wants to share things that are meaningful to them, as well as patterns for influencing opinions. And again, with social media, all these things are possible. When a politician reach the individual directly, the connection with the public and constituents become tighter than a handshake when combined. The second, available device now make it easy to deliver message. When social media was relatively new, the time needed to design, manage designs, and distribute message contents was a huge burden. For most campaigns that lack labor, this challenge is very heavy. Advances in existing infrastructure and web and mobile application make it easier for users to access information while distributing messages quickly and in bulk. The user only has to choose the device system. Can even use a mobile phone and the application format that suits their needs, their targets, and combines budget. Social media can be a solution to minimize injustice. Social media can be a counterbalance to television broadcast media which are no longer able to maintain their independence and fairness. Television is owned by businessmen who now enter various parties. This condition causes the television media to become the mouthpiece of the owner's political party. Here comes the urgency of social media. Based on Mr. Yose, the results of the founder of politicsaware.com said the 150 million people from 280,000 million population in Indonesia are active internet and social media users with mostly identified as eligible voters 18 until 34 on average. They spend more than 50% of their time to use social media. In other words, it could be a good strategy to get attention. Mr. Yose results associate that he found that the percentage of non-political accounts involved in political conversation has contributed to candidates' popularity. Like during the preceding debates on 17 February 2019, non-political accounts appeared to be more focused on Jokowi topic, so that Jokowi got the more popularity than Prabowo. Okay, that's all for me. So thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.